Hi guys. As you know, we've been doing curtains for a long time, and we do custom curtains. So as in, as per your requirement in style and length, we've started doing custom curtain. And the good thing is, it's now online. So sitting at the comfort of your home, you can order the perfect custom fit curtains for your home. So we are attempting to do a very short and sweet video over here, which gives you a brief on what are the things to look for, what are the things that you could add, and how different you can hang your curtains, right? We hope that it's going to be really useful to you all. So see you. Most important things when you go to buy a curtain or to place an order for a curtain, this is number one thing: please take the measurements, because these days there is no standard size. The windows sizes are differing, and the height at which they're placing the windows are differing, the height at which people place the rods are differing. So whenever you are going or you want to purchase a curtain, please take an inch tape and measure your length. So I will talk to you about what are the different lengths that you could go for the curtain, and accordingly you can measure. So number one is this: if you have a window, if you have a regular sized window, you could opt for a window size. So that means it will stop till here. So typically how to measure for it is measure from the top of your rod. Okay, see that over there, top of your rod, start from there, and wherever your window is ending, add 6 to 8 inches, right? Add 6 to 8 inches because you want it to go a little bit lower. Only then it will cover fully, and in case anywhere you want to use it in different windows where which is slightly longer, bigger, it's always helpful. So window height from the rod to window height plus 6 to 8 inches, right? Measure that, and then you can place the order for your windows. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now the second thing is now, or in the interior industry, or you talk to any interior designers, they would recommend you to go for a door length, as in a full length curtain, even for a window. Because number one reason is that this looks a bit incomplete when you don't have anything below. So, and in this, typically in this window, I don't have anything below. I have a seating here basically. So it just, only this much. Since I don't have anything, if I hang this, it may look a little bit incomplete. So I always use a full length curtain, either this or this. That's how you decide. But in case you have a seating or a sofa, or let's say a shelf or something that you have, then you don't have a choice. You have to go for a window, and then please take the measurement wherever the other product is starting. Okay. And in the full length also there are different lengths that you could go for. So if you see this is about 2 inches above the ground level. So some people prefer to have it 2 to 3 inches above the ground level, because while mopping and sweeping, this area tends to get dirty, and hence they don't want the mops or the brooms to touch the curtain, and that's why they go for this length. So for this, please start from the top of the rod, go up till down, and deduct maybe 1 inch from there. Okay, why I say 1 inch is, you see the top again, there is actually 1 more inch on top of the rod. So if you just start from the rod till the bottom, just minus 1 inch, and you will have a curtain which is 2 inch shorter. I will describe about this in the blog, so you can have a look for more clarity. And this is the next length style, which actually, so this is the next style which actually just touches the floor, right? So this is a half an inch above the floor, but you could go for a curtain which just touches the ground. So for that, what you'll have to do is from the rod till the ground and add 1 more inch, because we need 1 inch on top of the rod. So just add 1 more inch and you get that height. Now the third thing is, this is a style where you let the curtain puddle the floor. So it's like hugging the floor. So, right? So this is also another famous style of hanging your curtains. This actually drapes your thing and gives a very warm and a huggy kind of a feeling to your home. For this, what you do is, again, top of the rod till the bottom, plus add 2 to 3 inches. So you get this puddling effect. So if you ask me personally, I would go for the length which is just touching the floor or puddling, because I feel it justifies the curtain, the look and the beauty of the curtain, and it has a very cozy feel. So this is a typical window. Most of our standard windows are this size, which has this 2 window opening. They are usually 4 feet to 4.5 feet. So let's assume they are 4 feet, which is 48 inch. And then the other point to note is that, so the 48 inch ends here, but if you see, the rod will always be extended out to outside by about 4 to 6 inches. So measure that about roughly, and then let's say 48 inches plus 4 inches this side and plus 4 inches this side, so it comes up to 56 inch. So the total coverage that I am looking for is 56 inch. Now you have to double this number, and that comes to about 112 inch. Now you need curtains of total width of 112 inch, minimum of 112 inch. Okay, our curtains are 6 feet wide, so its complete thing is 60 inch. So in this case you need 2 curtains. So the combined width of 2 curtains is 120 inch, right? So you have to put 2 panels here. Now, why do we say that if X is the number, you need 2x width of curtains? Is because when I put up the curtain, like I said, see, one curtain will cover the window. It will cover the window, but this is how it's going to look. This is not the look that we are going for when we hang the curtains. We want pleats, we want gatherings, right? So you ideally want the curtain to look somewhere like this. When we do that, as you saw, so it is shrunk half in size. So the full curtain is actually only giving you a half curtain coverage. So that is why you need 2 panels for this. A lot of people ask me that my window is 5 feet wide and your curtain is 5 feet wide, so if I pick just one, it is enough. But this is the logic behind that. You can't put a single curtain over there which is fully stretched. That's not the look that we're going for. Always curtains need to have pleats. That's when it looks aesthetically pleasing. And in fact, more the pleats, more the grand it looks. So some people like adding a lot of curtains, and it gives a lot of gathering, and it gives a very beautiful look to the curtains. But this is the bare minimum that you have to do. And another important point is, curtains mostly are hung in pairs. So there'll be 2 curtains that go. I know the windows can be of really odd sizes. When you have such kind of a window, which is like a 3 window and which is somewhere in between, like 6.5 feet, you can opt to go for an odd number one. But another question that we get frequently asked is, where should I place my rod? This is a good question, and it also actually plays with the space. So most of the houses, like you see, even in my house when I did, we had put the rod about 4 to 6 inches. The bottom rod is about 4 inches above and the top rod is about 6 inches above. So we placed it just about 4 to 6 inches above the window panel. Most of the spaces we do this, and this is also a way of doing it. Just don't put it immediately above the window. They don't look nice, and there is a lot of chance of the hardware coming out, or even the clamps not staying properly. So keep a minimum of 4 to 8 inches above the window. Another popular style is also to put your rods right up near the ceiling. So this I would recommend for large spaces where you have like a really large living which opens up an open kind of space. You could do that. You can go all the way up till your ceiling, put the rod all the way up till your ceiling and get them down. But it's not really advisable for small spaces.